What's up? My name is Colby Sharp. I'm a 5th grade teacher in Parma, Michigan, and I'm here with we're becoming like good friends.
We are.
Pablo.
We're like
I can't even say his name, Pablo Cartaya.
Pablo, I have a flat Cartaya.
And we're going to talk today about some tips we have for young writers. Are you ready? Let's go. Take 4. I was asked to answer some questions for the NaNoWriMo Writers Program.
Do you ever do outtakes?
No. Should I? I will play about it. Anyways, we are here in Austin, Texas, and my friend Pablo is here, and I thought, hey, he's got these awesome books, and I've kind of made one book. Not kind of, I made one book.
You made an awesome book.
I thought it would be fun to do this together. So the first question that they have, Pablo, is...
My contacts are like foggy.
What is your go-to piece of advice for young writers?
Never be afraid to fail. That's the big thing. I mean, we have this idea living in the Instagram heavy world that it's one snap and that's what it all looks like, but it doesn't. I mean, there's so many drafts that you do, there's so many things that you work on, and failing is inevitable. Like, revisions are inevitable. So don't be afraid to fail and just keep pushing. Every time you feel like it's impossible to end, like you're never going to be able to do it, you keep going. And my advice, put in the work.
Well, yeah. Like, you got to put in the work. I have so many.
Obviously.
I have so many students in my class that are like, I want to be a professional basketball player when I grow up. Right. And they don't ever play basketball.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be a writer when I grow up, but they don't ever read, they don't ever write. Like, the kids who want to do something, like, if you want to do something and it means something to you, then you got to do it. You got to put in the work. It's not always pretty, it's not always fancy. You're not going to get published tomorrow. You got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work. That's better advice. Mine was...
No, I think they go hand in hand. Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
And put in the work, because 99.9% of the work that you do, of the writing you do, no one's ever going to see it.
It's true.
Especially when you're a kid. Like, you were learning, you're building that muscle, and you're trying to maybe become that great writer. So someday you can write wonderful books like Pablo Cartaya.
Or like Colby Sharp.
All right, question number 2. All right. How do I find interesting topics and stay true to myself? How do you find interesting topics?
It's so weird. I wish that there was some magical formula. I think that it all comes down to heart, right? What's tugging away at your heart that you really want to talk about, that you really want to write about? I write about my grandparents because they were very close to me. I write about my identity. I'm Cuban American, and what does that mean? I write about family. I write about community, and that's what is in my heart that I want to write. So I think that's what it is. I think write what's in your heart. That's how you figure out where And it's not all happiness, by the way. It could be what makes you really sad, what makes you really happy, what makes you scared, all those things.
And try lots of different things. Because you might not know what you like. Like, you have written a lot of realistic fiction.
Yes.
But maybe you want to write fantasy, maybe you want to do comics, maybe you want to do picture books. Just try lots of different things and figure out what you're good at and what you like. And then if you like something, then you probably become good at it because you'll
read.
Oh shoot! Yes.
Yeah, that's like let's rewind that one. That's number 1. Read.
Yeah, read a lot.
Yeah.
I'm reading Kate DiCamillo's Louisiana's Way Home. Oh. And honestly, I could just sit in a Kate DiCamillo sentence for an hour.
In her whole library.
Yeah,
just jumping through them.
Yeah, so reading her books. But also, the thing with reading a Kate DiCamillo book is understand that she has been writing 2 pages a day, 5 days a week for decades. So it's going to take time, but she's doing that. She's polishing that writing muscle. Every day she sits down and writes 2 pages.
Yeah.
What about you? What is your daily writing process? I know he takes a nap every day.
I take a nap.
Anyways, that's not
No.
What's your writing routine?
My writing routine is to do it every single day. I got great advice from one of my teachers, actually, that said, because sometimes we feel like how can we get all the pages done that we're supposed to get done? And my teacher told me, write for 1 hour every single day without interruptions. So don't have your Instagram up, don't have your emails, don't have your phones, don't have any of that. Just close everything off and just dedicate 1 hour every single day uninterrupted, and then see where that takes you. And that has, of every kind of routine that I have, that's the one thing that is always there.
And you probably built up that muscle. I'm guessing it used to be hard to get it to work.
It was hard to get. Now I do like 5 hours. Yeah, but
It's like the LeBron James of writing right here. He's putting in the work, becoming a master.
First of all, you say Dwayne Wade, please. Dwayne Wade, please.
I wanted to give you more credit.
Oh, well, come on, man.
All right, let's find the next question, Pablo Cartaya. All right.
I'm from Miami.
I know. Okay. Oh, outlining. How detailed is your outlining before you start writing?
It's non-existent.
Just go.
I just go. I do what I call an emotional draft, which is typically a bunch of, you know, non sequitur sort of, you know, rants about what the place is going to look like, what the characters are going to sound like, and just sort of kind of walking through. It's almost like walking through like a forest that you don't have a trail map for. And you're just kind of just like looking around discovering, but after several drafts, you kind of get a lay of the land. You're kind of setting up markers as you're walking through it, and then you come back and you're like, okay, now I know how to get through the trail.
Yeah, and for me, when I do try to plan, it just means that I'm not going to write anything because I can't figure out the end, so I just stop.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I mean, it's sort of...
And as a teacher, so often we teach kids to plan because we want to give them lots of different ways to find themselves into a story, and sometimes that plan, by the time you're done with the plan, you're like, all right, I'm done with this idea.
Yes.
So you just gotta find what works for you.
Yeah, you gotta find what works for you, because that's what works for us, and that person behind us over there, something else might work for them.
Yeah, so write every day.
Yes.
Build up that muscle. Write about what you care about. Have fun. And
don't be afraid to fail.
And don't ever give up.
Don't ever give up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pablo and I are going to go and hang out with a bunch of awesome kids and a bunch of awesome authors and have a bunch of fun. Sound good?
Yes.
All right, thanks for watching. See
Thanks.
ya.
Bye.